Most coaches, when they're starting out in their coaching business, they like to stay away from the camera, maybe just jumping on Zoom, maybe even just audio calls. But let me tell you, if you want to speed up the rate of influence, conversion, and helping your message get to the masses, then you have to get on video more often. Now, over the years, media has changed dramatically, and I'm sure like right now you're wondering which medium should I use. So there's a lot of different mediums I could use. There's emailing, there's blogging, there's video, there is then the social medias, right? So then we could say there's Instagram, X, and Facebook, and there's a bunch, right? There's a whole bunch, and you're probably thinking like, which one should I use? Which one should I be on? And I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't need to be on any of them, which is usually a shocking statement for most people. Most people think like, oh, I need to have accounts on every single one. The reality is you don't. Okay, that's the reality. You do not need to be on every social media platform. In previous videos and different things that we've talked about on this channel is, first of all, understanding your target audience. Knowing where your audience congregates is where you want to be. So first of all, think of this like a church congregation, right? You have a group of people or a group that meet on a regular basis. Think of like the Rotary or a church or somewhere people gather on a regular basis. So what you want to do is, first of all, identify where is the location, and then you want to identify what is the demographics. So the location is what platform are they on, okay? And this doesn't have to be social media platform. When I say the word platform, please don't think it's always a social media platform. It could be newspapers, okay? I know that's like a dying art form. It's like a slowly dying medium, but your audience might still be using those things. I hope I didn't affect my audio. Okay. So your audience may still be using newspapers or radio, right? These are, even though they're older mediums of communication, you have to first identify where they're congregating, what platform they're using. Once you identify that, then you have to know what is their demographics. What people are these? What maybe age group? Are they mostly male or female? What are their beliefs? Are they red? Are they blue? Are they green? And I mean that in a political way. Then you have to understand language. Are they speaking primarily English or Spanish? Right? These are different things. You can get so granular with this information. You can go deeper and deeper. And actually, the deeper you go, the more refined your audience is, the better you're going to be able to communicate with them, the better you're going to be able to understand their needs, the more you're going to be able to understand what it is their challenges are, what their problems are, and be able to deliver something that they want. So if you don't know them so well, and you don't know who you're serving and who your target audience is, guess what? It's going to be a lot harder. You'll have a more general audience, and you won't have as much success. The faster you understand who your audience is, the more clarity you're going to have, and the faster you're going to get customers. So I don't know who's calling me right now, but we'll save that for later. Now, the next thing is, when I was referring to about which platform should you use, understand which platform they're always using. Maybe they're on a particular platform. Maybe they're always on Instagram. Maybe they're on WeChat. Maybe whatever platform they're on, you need to be in that platform as well. You need to identify the platform and be in that platform on a regular basis. Now, you're probably thinking, Nathan, how am I going to be there? This is where you also have to decide what comes easier for you currently. I can tell you the best ones to use, which I'm going to right now, but you also have to decide to get started. You have to pick one that comes most easiest to you. So first of all, let me tell you, the most powerful and best medium to use right now is video. Okay, the reason why video's most valuable and most popular is because it's visual and you have audio, so you sight and sound. Then you can also split that video. You can just separate the audio and turn it into a podcast if you wanted to, or you could just keep it as video. You have those options. You can also take the video and pull out and extract the audio and turn it into a transcript if you wanted to do it that way. So you could do it multiple ways. So you have more advantages with video And because video is becoming the number one uh, media type and most popular, then you're definitely going to be on video. Now you're probably thinking, Nathan, I don't like video. I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I sound. I'm not good at impromptu and all that stuff. That's okay. You need to start with the medium that's most comfortable with you and that your audience gravitates towards at least, 50% of the time. Okay, so let me give you an example. Let's say right now you don't want to start off with video. Like, Nathan, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for video, but I know I need to get there. Okay, I'm going to give you a strategy on what you can do to get started, but I also want to give you the alternative. So let's say you can write, you like to write, but you know you need to be into video sooner or later. So what you do is you start like a blog. Okay, you start a blog, maybe something on like Substack or Ghost, or even on your own website, you can have a blog. Now, the reason why I recommend using another platform than your website is for traffic purposes. You may not be able to pull and generate a lot of traffic on your own blog. That means you have to drive traffic to it. And if you're not good at that yet, then I recommend starting your blog on a platform that generates traffic already, like Substack or Ghost, and there's other ones out there. So those will help, curate content and help get your content in, to viewers. You can be writing content and writing blog posts while you're creating this next task I'm going to give you on the side, and that's creating 100 videos. Now, hold on. I know you're thinking, Nathan, 100 videos? What are you, crazy? Yes. Actually, the reality is, and this is what I tell all the people we work with, is if you've never done a video before for your own message and for your offer and what you're delivering to the world, you have to record at least 100 videos before you actually find your voice, before you even get comfortable. I don't even use the word comfortable because that's not what it is. You actually literally find your own voice and your own style, your own way after 100 videos. And I remember a time where I was so hesitant about doing this. I wanted to make sure all my videos were edited. I wanted to make sure I took out every but, every pause. I wanted to take it all out. I wanted to make it look decent. Like I used to see my other buddies in the industry used to have these amazing production videos. The only problem was I wasn't really good at, one, I'm not good at editing, and I didn't want to spend all this time on production because it wasn't the more sexy you go, it doesn't mean it's going to generate leads, and it doesn't mean it's going to convert. So you'd be surprised. And this comes from my upbringing in the industry. This comes from my training, and that sometimes ugly converts more. More on that on another time. But let me just come back to what I was sharing with you. So you're going to find your voice after 100 videos on average. Okay. So what do you do in those 100 videos? What goes on? Here's what I'm going to give you some homework, and here's what I encourage you to do. You just take your phone, get your phone out. You can record vertically or horizontally. I do recommend horizontally because if you ever want to take that video content and in post-production, you can convert it vertical. It's fine as long as your face is pretty much middle, but you can do everything in post-production. But you can also easily upload it to YouTube with a 16:9 frame ratio. So I recommend that way first and recording 100 videos. Now you can put your phone on a tripod. You can record these videos from your desk if you wanted to. If you don't want to use your phone, you can use your webcam. You can record these videos walking around, holding the phone. But the reality is you need to record 100 videos about your topic and save them to your phone. You don't have to post them. You don't have to upload them, but you have to record them. So now you're probably thinking, well, Nathan, how am I going to find 100 topics? Well, how am I going to find 100 videos to talk about? What am I going to say in 100 videos? Okay, so now in a very simple way, you could use AI for this. You could use Google. It's in a very simple way. You jump into AI and ask it find the top 100 headlines for my topic, for my audience. It can mix it up with questions and statements and take that, prompt, okay, and put it into AI and let it spit out 100 titles for you to record. Okay, and that could be a mixture of statements. It could be a mixture of questions. So a statement would be like, a statement with a benefit would be like, how to play electric guitar in 30 days. That would be more of a statement, right? Then it would be, in a question, would be, is electric guitar right for you, right? So you can see the differences. What you would do is create video content answering those questions or statements and opinions, and you're just going with it. Here's what I don't want you to do. What I don't want you to do is create a whole script. Don't do that. Do not create a whole script. Right now, you're just going to get the topics, the headline, and the title per se. You're going to get that, and then you're going to record 100 videos onto your device, whether it's a desktop or whether it's your phone. You're going to record those 100 videos. And I don't want you. You're probably asking, or you're probably thinking, like, okay, Nathan, how long should these videos be? I want them to be as long as you need to answer the question. Okay? If it's 5 minutes, it's 5 minutes. If it's 25 minutes, it's 25 minutes. Let it be as long as it needs to be to answer the question. And then lastly, I'm going to give you a framework that you can use based on Russell's book, Traffic Secrets. Now, Russell talks about this on a consistent basis throughout all his material. But inside the book, which I've been putting the link in the description, you can check it out. I think it's on page 30, but you can check it out. Or it's on page 42 and 30. It's in there a few times, but basically you're going to start by recording the videos with a hook, a story, and an offer. A hook, a story, and an offer. So the hook is your opening line, which is your headline. You're going to throw in a story there about your own personal experience. And then your call to action, your offer is going to be watch the next video. Very simple. Your call to action, your offer is simply going to be check out the next video. That's it. And you're going to just keep saying that at the end of your videos. Check the next video. Check the next video. Check the next video. Check the next video. That's it. That's all you're going to do for those first 100 videos. What's most important about this step is doing the videos, creating them, having them somewhere that you can go back, look at, and then eventually delete. And this is just to get you in the hang of recording videos. So if you've never done this before with video, if you've never done this with an audio or podcast, you could do the same thing with an audio podcast. You could do the same with blogs. If you haven't written for your topic yet, if you haven't done an audio yet, if you haven't done video yet, this is how you do it. This is how you get it done. You got to go to 100. You have to go to 100. Now, if you've gone to 100 already and you're not getting the success or the traction that you would think you would get, what I encourage you to do is post it in the comments and just post how many videos you've done. Post it in the comments how many videos you've done. And if you're not happy with that, with the results, then there's a link in the description. You can book a strategy session. We can see what's not working. You could do, a live demo and go through it and see what needs to be fixed. If you haven't started this journey, post it in the comments like, I haven't started this journey yet. And if you're going to do it, if you're going to do this challenge, say, I'm on it, or some kind of statement that says, I'm doing this. So that way I know and that you're pushing forward. But that's a great way to get yourself started and moving forward, gaining traction, to getting your message out there to the masses. All right, that's it for now. I'll see you in the next one.